Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on, everybody? This is Joseph Conlon here with a special video today for your championship weekend in the NFL. We have the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship this coming weekend. I'm not going to be that long here today, but today we are going to talk about some X factors for each team who are competing this weekend to go to the Super Bowl. And you got two very good games lined up. Obviously, tomorrow it's going to be our preview and predictions for both of those games. We're going to break down those games tomorrow. But today we're going to talk about some players that I think can lead their team to Super Bowl 55 and be on the biggest sports stage of them all, which is the Super Bowl. So, first and foremost, I hope you all are having a good week. I hope you're all staying safe wherever you are. Social distancing. We're still in the pandemic, so hope you all are taking care of yourselves and all that stuff. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with some X factors this weekend for the games. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Green Bay Packers. So who are some players that I think are going to be very key to watch in this game? We're going to start off with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers first. The first name that I came up with was Ndamukong Suh. And you guys are probably like, well, Joseph, why did you come up with Ndamukong Suh as an X factor for the Buccaneers? Because he's got a lot of history with Aaron Rodgers. They have a lot of history together. As you guys know, that one year, Ndamukong Suh was on the Detroit Lions, and he stepped on Aaron Rodgers' ankle, and that started a big fight between the Lions and the Green Bay Packers sidelines because they didn't like what happened. So they have history going all the way back to that. And then this year, I was watching some of the highlights of the Week 6 game, and Suh was actually getting in the face of Aaron Rodgers a lot. And I mean a lot in that game. Not like for anything personal, but just to get in his face after like a sack or something, and y'all know. So I got his name on there just for that simple fact to see if he starts anything with Aaron Rodgers this week, if there's any brawls that break out during that game because of what's going on between him and Aaron Rodgers. But he's a big guy that you got to watch out for this week, in my opinion. And then the other name that I have on this list, Scotty Miller. All week, Antonio Brown has been dealing with a knee injury. He only got one catch in the Saints game. He didn't play much in that game against the Saints. That's why I saw guys like Scotty Miller and Tyler Johnson get catches for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But I think Scotty Miller's a name you got to watch out for because he's going to be that third wide receiver if Antonio Brown can't play on Sunday, and it's going to be very unfortunate if Antonio Brown is down with an injury and he can't play on Sunday against the Packers. So they're going to need someone to step up to fill into his place, to fill into that third wide receiver, probably the slot for the Buccaneers, and that's probably going to be Scotty Miller. So he's going to be a big X factor, and if the Buccaneers want to win this game, I think that when they need him, I'm not saying throughout the whole game, but when they need him, Scotty Miller is going to have to come up clutch. So those are my X factors for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then we go to the Green Bay Packers. I got left guard Elgton Jenkins, number 76, I think his number is. he was the one who was blocking Aaron Donald all game last week, and he did a really great job on Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald, I think he only had like one pressure on Aaron Rodgers, and he had 0 sacks the entire game. He did not on Aaron Rodgers that game. So he was a big part, I think, of that Packers victory. And he's probably going to be going up against the D tackle once again. And the D tackle for the Tampa Bay Bucks is Ndamukong Suh. So that's going to be a big matchup if Elgton Jenkins can keep Ndamukong Suh away from number 12, the discount double check, Aaron Rodgers. And then the other X factor that I got for the Green Bay Packers this week, he came up pretty big last week. He sent the Green Bay Packers to the NFC Championship game this coming Sunday. Wide receiver Allen Lazard, he's an X factor in this game. You got Adams, you got Robert Tonyan, who's the red zone machine for the Green Bay Packers. You got those big 3 running backs now with the Packers, with Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams, and A.J. Dillon, which almost seems unstoppable. But Allen Lazard had a big touchdown catch to send the Packers to the NFC Championship. He was on the Pat McAfee show this past week talking about that catch, talking about the win, NFC Championship, all that stuff. It was a very good interview, and I think he's going to need another big catch. It's going to be another good game for Allen Lazard, for the Packers to move on to the Super Bowl. So those are my X factors for that game between the Tampa Bay Bucks and the Green Bay Packers. And then we move on to the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. That's the 6:40 game on CBS. I'm very excited to talk about this game tomorrow, as I am the Packers and Bucks. But there's something about this game that I think it's going to be eye-opening. I think it's going to be very good, and there's going to be a lot to talk about in tomorrow's video when we do the preview for the Bills and Chiefs. But let's talk about some X factors. Let's talk about some X factors for the Buffalo Bills to go on the road and defeat the Kansas City Chiefs. And the first thing, when I knew I was going to do this video, the first X factor that I had for the Buffalo Bills that popped up in my mind was the front 4 defensive linemen. The front 4. Why do I say that? Because they got to stop the run against the Kansas City Chiefs. The last game they played at Week 6, the Chiefs won 26-17. They ran the ball the entire game. They ran for 245 yards off of 46 carries in that win against the Buffalo Bills, Week 6. They absolutely did what they wanted to on the ground against the Buffalo Bills. Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 101 yards and 1 touchdown in that game against the Bills. We will see if he will play for the AFC Championship game this weekend for the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to say if he plays, it's a big deal. We all know Patrick Mahomes, he's questionable, I think. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk all about that tomorrow. But my first X factor for the Buffalo Bills is their front 4 defensive linemen. Because if they can't stop the run like they did in the last game, I think the Chiefs are going to get this one comfortably. And then another X factor, I think, Dawson Knox. Now, I like Dawson Knox. He's a good tight end. He's a solid tight end to have on your team. He gets some good yardage catches when he needs to, when they call his number. And, last week for the Cleveland Browns, their tight end made a couple big catches. David Njoku had a nice screen in the middle of the first drive of the game. It was a third down. They were down 6-0. And Njoku got like a 40-yard catch. He got like a 25-yard catch later in the second quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, when the Browns were down 22-10 over the Chiefs, fourth down conversion, they threw it to Hooper. Hooper dove out and he caught the ball. So the Browns tight ends had a very good game last week, I think, against the Kansas City Chiefs. And, I think this could be a good game for Dawson Knox if I'm looking at it realistically. So I see him as a big X factor Sunday against the Kansas City Chiefs. And then we go on to the Kansas City Chiefs X factors. And then we're going to get out of here today. Tyrann Mathieu. It's the first name I thought of. I'm like, Patrick Mahomes, obviously, if he plays or not, it's going to be big. Yeah, I could say Tyreek Hill. I could say Travis Kelce if I wanted to. But I'm going to go with the defensive side of the ball. Tyrann Mathieu is unbelievable. In the playoffs, the last 4 games, I got his stats right here. 23 tackles and 2 interceptions and a forced fumble in his last 4 playoff games. That goes back to last year when they faced the Texans in the divisional round, and then they played the Titans, obviously, and the 49ers in the Super Bowl. But Tyrann Mathieu, he is an absolute beast. He is clutch in the playoffs. He's one of the most defensive. He is one of the most clutch defensive players I know in the playoffs. He is very dangerous, and we'll see if he has his A game going against Buffalo. I guarantee you he's going to. He's going to try to have himself a big game, and watch out if he's around because he's dangerous, man. He is a dangerous player. And then finally, Mecole Hardman. You guys might not agree with me, but I got Mecole Hardman as an X factor. He's fast. He is speedy fast. He is like Tyreek Hill, but Tyreek Hill I think is better than Mecole Hardman is, as many people do. But watch out for Mecole Hardman because he can break out for these long screen passes, long jet sweeps, long a slant that goes for 20 yards. He is fast. And the Kansas City Chiefs receiving corps, they are fast. And they play fast on offense. And, they like to pick up the tempo. But I think Mecole Hardman, he is going to be an X factor for the Kansas City Chiefs. Even if Sammy Watkins plays or he doesn't play, I'm pretty sure that Sammy Watkins will be playing on Sunday for the Chiefs. But I really like Mecole Hardman. He's going to be a big key player for the Chiefs, and he could lead the Chiefs to the Super Bowl, just like Sammy Watkins did last year when they were up 28-17. He catches a 60-yard catch from Mahomes, and they'd win the game against the Tennessee Titans 35-24. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today here on the channel. I want to thank each and every one of you who tunes into the video. If you have not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. We are still at 335 subscribers. I know I haven't made content in a couple days, but let's hit that subscribe button. Let's try to get to 340 subscribers before AFC and NFC championship game next week. Plus, next week we got the Royal Rumble, and it's going to be a big wrestling week on the channel next week. So hit the subscribe button. Comment down below who are your X factors for this Sunday's games, and who's going to lead their team to the Super Bowl. hit that like button if you like what you heard from me in this video, and go follow me on Twitter at Colin_Joseph. Guys, tomorrow's going to be a great video. You're going to want to tune into it. We're going to preview these games on Sunday. Who's going to the Super Bowl? This is the Final Four. We are at the last stop before Super Bowl 55. It's going to be great. Have a good day, guys. Stay safe. Stay positive. Be classy.